Hello, right, we're going to do today, I've got these very nice little pendants. They're made out of polymer clay and a lot of other gadgets. I've got it all on the table here so you can see what we're using. The only polymer clay we're using is white, so I'll get that out of my little box. And we've got some wire, craft wire, which is 0.8mm in width. We've got some little jump rings. I've got the smallest I could find, which are 4mm in size, I think. Okay, got loads of them. And I've got an old, well, it's not old, it's little, it's not sterling silver, it's just metal. It's a little necklace chain to finish it off. Tools we've got a little bladey thing there. I've got this is a knitting needle, a DPN, a double pointed knitting needle. It's a size 3mm, I think. But don't go out and buy knitting needles if you don't want to. You can, I don't know, you might find a piece of metal that's 3mm in width. Although a lot of charity shops and jumble sales now have old knitting needles around. Okay, so I've got 3 pencils. These are just, is it stapler or something? I don't know. Don't know how to pronounce half of these things. This is a red one. I've got a light blue one. And I've got my favourite marker of all, my little Sharpie. 2 pairs of long-nosed pliers. Okay, if you make jewellery, you'll know that you need 2 of those. And I've got my little wire cutters. So, let's get started. And this is so easy. You're not going to believe how easy this is. And it looks so good. So beside me, which you might not see, it's here. Oh goodness, it's here. It's my very large pasta maker. If you haven't got a pasta maker, don't worry. You just get a rolling pin. Okay, so just for quickness, I'm going to shove this through the pasta maker. Oh, right, there we go. It's on the widest setting. You want it, let's see, that's about 2 to 3mm thick, I guess. Anyway, I've shoved it through the pasta maker. It's a very quick tutorial. We're just going to cut out, let's have a look. No, I might cut one a bit wider actually. I mean, if you've got an oblong shaped cutter, you could use that, I guess. But, you know. Oh, there's something on there. Yeah, we'll use it. So, I've got my notebook shape. Okay. So, the other thing I'm going to do is, if you can see on the corner, the little page is turned up. So, we're going to do that. What a good thing you can do is just tap on the clay and then it kind of sticks to the surface. So it saves you holding it and knocking your hand. So I've got the blade and I'm just going to take off. It's the ultra fine blade I've got here. So I'm just going to push it in a little way and pull it out again. There's no sawing or anything like that. And then I've got my little needle. Sorry, my knitting needle. I'm just going to curl the end up a little bit like that. Okay, so that's that done. Okay, now the next thing is the spiral back of the notebook. Okay, so what we do here, we have the 0.8mm wire. I'm going to cut a bit off. Sorry, all the noise of everything. Right, cut off a little bit of wire. Get our knitting needle again, and be careful with your fingers because this could hurt. And we're just wrapping the wire around the knitting needle. This is how you make jump rings as well. Oh, this is one way of making jump rings. Okay. You're not going to get to the very end because it's just going to hurt your fingers too much, so just do it as far as you can go. Pull it off, measure it, make sure it's long enough, and if it's not, just pull it out a bit, because you don't want the wires too close together because it's not a spring. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is trim off each edge and make sure the edge that I trim off is on the bottom where the clay is, so it'll dig into the clay. That means it won't scratch on anyone's neck or anything when they wear it. So there's one bit trimmed off. Let's measure that up. So that goes in there. Layer it across. And I want to cut the next bit just there. Right, there you go. So, and then all we do with our little springy thing, I'll bind her back in, whatever, there's going to be a technical name for that, isn't there? Some clever person is going to tell me what that is. But we just lay it on the clay and just gently push it in a little bit. So there you go, it's in. There you are. So that's your notebook. Okay. So what you do with that is you get your little baking tray. It's like Blue Peter. Here's one I made earlier. So that goes on my baking tray for the next lot of things in the oven. Let's take the pizzas off from last time. There's the one I made earlier. So when it goes in the oven, 20-25 minutes in the oven, take it out. It's nice and hard. So now we do the lines. Here's where you have to be very careful. Oh, sorry, I'm just putting bits away. Try to tidy as I go because my house is such a mess. Well, as usual, isn't it? Nothing changes. So here we are. Now, if you're not very good at drawing straight lines, you can use a roller, but then when you get to the edge here, you're going to have difficulty. And actually, I like the look of the handmade one. Okay, so we have our 3 markers. This is a Staedtler, oh, goodness knows. Why can't they just call everything something easy like Fred's blue pen or something like that? So, you know, on a notebook, the first line is a gap, so we're just going to go along. There you go. And then we're just going to draw a lot of lines. Okay, now we're going to turn it over because we're going to catch ourselves on that. There we are. So that's our lines across. Now we're taking the red marker. We want the red line down the centre. There you go. Now, my little Sharpie, I've got the one with the ultra fine tip. If you haven't got one of those, then any permanent little marker, drawing pens they're called, I think, they'll do. So what can we write? I've got a love you. Can't really have a hate you. I don't think people would appreciate that. I'm just going to write, and I'm one of those people that are very lucky that I can write very small. Hello world. There you go. So there's my little marker, very quick, simple tutorial. Oh, I was going to put a necklace on it, so let's do that. See, getting away with myself. So I've got a necklace here. It's very, very cheap little chain. And we want 2 jump rings. There you go. And our wire cutters. And, right. So I'm going to put this one on, I think. So we've got the centre of the necklace, which is here, and finally we've got the centre of the necklace, and I'm just going to cut that off. There we go, and there it is. And there's our little bits of it there for the bin. So whatever you do, don't go in your mum's wardrobe and get her best necklaces to do this, because she'll have a bit of a Benny, won't she? So we've got our little pliers. To use jump rings, it's a bit small to show you how to do jump rings, but the first one with the hole is here. That's where the hole is. The hole, the gap. So the first one goes that way. Oh, so the gap is there. The second one, the second one goes that way, and then to open it, you turn it like that. Okay, so I put the first loop on there. Let's get an end of my. Here's where I find out it doesn't fit. Oh, there it's on. So put the necklace on, and then we close it the same way. Make sure it's closed properly. So that's one side. Oh, where's that gone? Look at this. Oh, it's there. There we find it. Oh, and I've dropped it again. My goodness. Right, so there we go. Next one. Put it that way. And I want the other side of the chain. There we go, that's on. Let's close that. And there we go, there's a nice little necklace for someone. So here's what I'll do. If you want to win this necklace, then go onto my blog, which is bettyvirago.wordpress.com. Send me a message, make sure I get your email, or email me, find my email, it's bettyvirago@gmail.com. Send me an email. What date is it today? It's the 21st of August, so we'll give to the end of September, I think. End of September. All the people that have emailed me to say they want the necklace, I'll throw in the pizzas. I might finish them off and turn them into earrings, I might not. Depends whether I get around to it. I'll throw in a few other little bits and pieces, but email me. Tell me you want to be in the draw for the necklace and things. I'll see what else I can throw in, and we'll send a little gift your way. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye.